I've been seeing a lot of makeup looks lately that just give that effortlessly beautiful, gorgeous vibe. And a lot of people ask me how to achieve this look. It is definitely with particular techniques and products. If you're looking for a makeup look that's not too much, but definitely is just enough, it makes you feel really put together and confident for photos, for every day, for events. You can really kind of wear this makeup anytime, anywhere. I feel like these kind of looks are really flattering on everyone. You just need to know what kind of products to use and how to use them. So I'm going to take you through every single step of this makeup look today. If you want to know how I achieve this look, keep on watching. We're going to be starting with the base today. My advice to you for that kind of effortless look would be to go for a tinted moisturizer or a foundation that is light to maximum medium coverage. The reason I say this is because full coverage foundations, in my opinion, often don't give that effortless look. So I kind of like a little bit of skin to be peeking through. I'm going in with the PatMcGrath Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. And I'm just using one pump of this. I'm applying it to the skin with my fingers at first, and then I'm going in with my Hourglass foundation brush to blend this out. This is my favorite brush for blending out foundation. It leaves no streaks and just makes everything look so soft and blurred. This foundation also is definitely on the light to medium side. It gives a little bit more coverage than a tinted foundation, but what I love about it is that it gives the skin this beautiful luminous finish. It keeps the skin looking like skin. It never looks cakey, and it always looks really good on top of my skincare products. Plus, this is a really good color match for me. I'm using the shade 3 Rosy Neutral. This foundation really does give a natural look. I'm usually not a big foundation girl, I'm more so a skin tint girl, but when I'm going for more of like an effortlessly, more glam, but still effortless look, this is one that I reach to time and time again. I'm very, very happy with it. I do want to add a little bit more coverage in certain areas, so I'm going in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Birch. I'm applying this on top of any areas that I want a little bit brighter and a little bit more coverage, mainly in the center of my face and around my mouth where I have a little bit of redness, any blemishes, that kind of thing. I don't use this underneath my eyes because I'm going to use a different concealer for that you'll see in a minute. I just feel like this is a little heavy underneath the eyes, and that's not really what we want for an effortless look. And by the way, I'm just blending this out with my Rare Beauty concealer brush. I really like the shape of this one. For under the eyes, I'm actually going to go in with a lighter coverage concealer. I absolutely love this one by Tower 28. This is their serum concealer, and I'm using the shade BU. I'm applying this only under my eyes. This concealer is so light and it looks like skin, but I find it does cover the discoloration under my eyes really well. I'm just blending it out with that exact same brush I used for my other concealer. I will preface, this concealer needs to be set down, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. If you're looking for a concealer that feels really comfortable and also looks natural, this is definitely the one. Our base is looking good, not too heavy, not too light, but I feel like a real essential of an effortless glam makeup is bronzer. But the tricky thing about bronzer, especially if you have fair skin like me, is they can often pull orange, and that doesn't look natural or effortless, but I have found one that I've just been loving, and I've really loved this one for a long time. This is the Juvia's Place Cream Bronzer in the shade Buttercream. I'm using the Makeup by Mario F4 brush to apply this to my cheekbones and forehead, anywhere I want a little bit more warmth. What I love about this bronzer is it actually has little tiny pearls scattered throughout it, so it's not shimmery, but it does give you a nice natural looking dewy look versus a heavier matte look. I just don't really like that sort of formula when it comes to bronzer. This melts right into the skin, and this is the perfect bronzy shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it adds some really nice warmth and life to the face. I've linked the exact one I'm using down below. I'll be linking everything I use in this video down in the description. I'm really just focusing on blending this upwards and into my hairline. The cheekbones, I want to give a nice lifted look, so I'm just avoiding applying any underneath the hollow of my cheek. And same with the forehead, I'm just blending it into my hairline so we don't have a gap between the hairline and the forehead. That is not giving effortless, you know? I always like to apply a cream blush when I'm doing an effortless glam look. I'm pretty picky about which shade I like to use though. I actually, with looks like this, I like to go for more of like a deep berry or even something a little bit more red undertone. So basically something a little bit berry, like a natural flush, or something a little bit more like sun-kissed vibes. Today I'm going to be mixing two blushes together. These are the RHODE Pocket Blushes. I'm using the shade Sleepy Girl, and then I'm applying a little bit of a lighter shade, Piggy. I'm using Sleepy Girl a little bit higher up on my cheekbones, and then I'm applying Piggy a little bit more on the apples of my cheeks. and these just melt right into the skin. I actually have a video where I swatch and review every single shade of the RHODE blushes, so I put that on the screen for you and I've linked it in the description if you want to check that out. I like to go a little bit heavier on the blush personally, but you don't have to go as heavy as I did. I'm again blending this in an upwards motion just to give me more of a lifted effect. So once all the cream products are applied, I usually let my skin marinate at this step, so I'm not going to powder yet. I'm going to move on to the eyes now. For the eyes, I want to do a really pretty, like soft brown, effortless, airbrush looking eye that you can't really tell where it starts or where it begins. This is going to look kind of like beachy and sun-kissed, very effortless. So of course I'm going in with my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette. This is perfect for effortless makeup. I use this almost every single day. You want to start off with a fluffy blending brush. This is a Rephr 15. I love this one. And I'm going to be picking up this shade right here, and we're going to be using this as our crease color. Going in with a very soft hand, you want to start blending that into your crease. You really want to take your time here for a very soft, effortless, airbrushed look. Do not rush this step. We're kind of mapping out the general shape for our eyeshadow with this. I want this to look a little too smoky, but not too blown out, so I'm going to kind of keep it contained to the natural contour shape of my eye. I'm using windshield wiper motions, slowly building up that color until I'm happy with it. And I'm almost blending that right up into my brow bone. I'm taking that pretty high. I'm taking that exact same color on a Rephr 03 pencil brush on my bottom lash line as well, just to give it a little bit of smoke. I'm not bringing it all the way into my inner corner, but almost. And again, still being light-handed with this, we want this to look very soft. To add a little bit of depth and smoke to my lid, I'm going to be mixing these two colors here together, just making a slightly lighter brown. And then just packing that onto my lid using another fluffy brush. Again, keeping a pretty light hand, diffusing these two shades together, the lid shade and the crease shade. You don't really want to be able to see where one ends and the other begins. This next step is optional. If you want to leave your eyes matte, feel free to leave them matte, but I want to add just a little touch of glitter. I feel like this just gives the eyes a little something extra. I'm going in with the Urban Decay Space Cowboy Intense Glazed Liquid Eyeshadow, and a little bit of this goes a very long way. I'm just going right in with the applicator, and I'm just applying a tiny bit of this kind of in the center of my eye, just a touch, and then I'm using my finger to just tap that out and scatter that glitter across my lid. And you can build it up until you're happy with it. You can apply as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want anything too crazy, just a little bit. And I actually like this little applicator that this product comes with. It's quite easy to use and apply. It's very precise as well. And of course, I love a product that you don't even have to use a brush with. Fingers work great with this glitter. You can get a really intense look, or you can keep it more natural like I'm doing today by simply applying less product. Another optional step, but I do see a lot of girls incorporating this step into their makeup look, and I think it looks so beautiful. It just really takes the makeup from more like soft effortless to like effortless glam, kind of like baddie vibes. I'm just picking up that exact same palette and using a small angled brush to pick up this black shade here. And we're going to be applying that as eyeliner. I'm keeping this very tight to my lash line. I do not want this too thick at all. Once you go too thick, you kind of ruin the illusion of the effortless glam. So I'm following the natural shape of my eye, sticking to the outer like third, and then creating a baby wing following that shadow we made. This is going to lift the eye, make your lashes look longer, and add a little bit of intensity to the eye without taking it overboard. Using an eyeshadow for this step also makes it look a lot more soft and natural. To make the eyes really come together, I do think tight lining is an essential step. Although it is hard to find an eyeliner that actually stays put and doesn't smudge everywhere, I find this one from Dior is so good. This is the Dior Show Waterproof Creamy Eyeliner Pen in the shade Matte Black. I'm really working this into my tight line between every single lash. This is again going to complete the eyes, make the lashes look even longer, bring a little bit of intensity to the eyes without looking overdone. If you want an eyeliner that actually does not budge, this one is so good. I'm so picky about eyeliners. Another little step that I can't go without for looks like these is a light shade in the waterline. This is the best liner I've tried for the waterline. This is the Swede Bright Satin Kohl eyeliner. And this liner isn't white, it's not beige, it's a slight like almost pinky shade. It looks really natural in the waterline. Sometimes white just looks a little too crazy, a little too harsh. So I take this one and I just apply it right in the center part of the waterline. Just a very small amount, and this is going to make your eyes look a lot bigger, a lot more awake, without looking kind of like creepy doll eyes. Sometimes white liner can do that. It's such a small step, but I just find it makes such a big difference. Like, it just really brings so much life back to my eyes. And one more little thing I like to do is add some highlight to the inner corner. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. And I'm just taking a pencil brush and picking up this bright white shade. And I'm just applying this right in the inner corner. I feel like this just brings so much attention to the eyes. This has been a very popular thing to add to your eyeshadow lately, and I'm all for it. I'm gonna go in with cluster lashes. I already have this eye, the glue is just drying, so I'm gonna show you how I apply them on this eye. Using a little bit of lash glue on that cluster, I'm taking a medium length lash. I'm just placing that on the very outermost corner and blending that in with my natural lashes. And then popping one more medium right next to the lash we just applied, still focusing that on the outer corner. And then to seamlessly blend these clusters in with our natural lashes, I'm applying one short lash right next to that final medium we just applied, and there we go. And then I like to go right back in with that mascara and just coat all the lashes to blend them all together. It's gonna give us a little bit more volume as well. I really feel like that coat of mascara brings it all together. It makes the lashes look a little bit more dramatic and noticeable, but it also makes them look more natural because they look like the rest of the lashes. As you can see on this eye, the cluster lashes look a little bit more fine than my natural lashes, and with a coat of mascara, it just fills everything in and makes it look like you're almost not wearing lashes, but everything's a little thicker and longer, and it just looks so effortless. Okay, so the eyes are officially done. Let's move on to finishing the rest of the base, shall we? We need to powder. Powder makes everything better. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Cupcake. This one has a little bit of a pinky tone to it, which I really like, especially for fair skin. I'm picking a good amount of that up on a powder puff and pressing that underneath my eyes. I feel like the pink tone of this powder really helps to brighten the under eye area. I also feel like the Huda Beauty powder gives a little bit of coverage, so it really just like perfects the skin. I just feel like powder makes such a big difference. I love the way this looks underneath my eyes. It just makes everything look complete, gives me that little bit of extra coverage that I need, and it locks the concealer in place so it's not gonna crease. And I'm just using that same powder to go around any areas that get a little oily, that tend to fade. For me, that is around my mouth, always fades, so I make sure to powder that really well. And then a little bit on the center of my forehead and down my nose as well. I'm not gonna powder too much on my cheeks because I still want this area to look glowy. If you do wanna set your cheeks, I actually recommend you just do it with a powder blush. This is the Say Super Suede Radiant Blush Powder in the shade Mia. And tell me this isn't the perfect, effortlessly gorgeous girl blush. This is the prettiest, like pinky, mauve kind of shade, and it keeps the glow on your cheeks. It looks really natural. I'm using a Rephr 04 brush, and I'm just gonna pat that right on top of where we applied that blush earlier. Okay, so now for my favorite part, the lips. The lips are definitely a bit of a process. I notice that typically in these sorts of looks, I'm seeing a lot of like cooler liners, a little bit of deeper shades with very nude tones on top of it. So I'm gonna start with the Artis Color Extreme Pencil by Makeup Forever in the shade Endless Cacao. And this might look a little crazy at first, but hang with me. I'm just gonna overline my lips using this shade, patting it out to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm mainly focusing that overline in the center of my lips, so think the Cupid's bow, the center of the bottom lip. This is going to give our lips a much more plump and pouty look. And then once I've overlined my lips, I go into the outer corners and apply a little bit of that pencil on the outer corner and tap it out. This is just gonna contour the lips and make them look even more just pouty and plump and just that cool effortless girl look. And now I'm actually gonna go slightly on top of that lip liner with the Makeup Forever Extreme Artist Color Pencil in the shade Wherever Walnut. This is just gonna make that shade a little bit more pinky. You don't have to do this step if you prefer more of a brown lip like what the Endless Cacao was, but I do wanna make this lip look slightly more pinky. It's just gonna look a little natural on me because I'm so fair. Okay, now time for lipstick, and I'm gonna be layering a couple lipsticks together. If your lip combo isn't like 10 products, is it really a lip combo? I don't know, I like to layer my lip products a lot, so I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Caviar Hydro Cream Lipstick in the shade Fifth Ave. I'm using this as my all over lip color. I've been loving the shade lately. It is so perfect. It's not too light, it's not too dark, and it goes good with so many different lip liners. And notice how I'm tapping instead of dragging this color. This is going to give us a more effortless kind of diffused look on the lips. It's not going to look too heavy. And I always like to go in with a little bit of a nude lipstick right in the center, so I'm going in with MAC Myth. And again, just tapping that on the very center part of my lip. This just finishes the lips off in my opinion. I love this little step. You could also use concealer for this if you wanted, but this shade is perfect for this. To complete an effortless glam look, you need to top the lips off with a gloss, and it needs to look glassy. So I'm going in with my very own Cheris Cosmetics Water Gloss. I created this lip gloss to give a milky but super ultra shiny glassy look. The applicator is a silicone applicator, so it doesn't get all gunked up. It just applies a very even layer of gloss on your lips. It looks like a thin sheet of glass. This has a light, refreshing, cooling sensation that really fills the lines out in your lips. And of course, we need a little bit of glow to finish off this look. I'm going in again with the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. I'm picking up the white shade again. I just think this is the prettiest shade of the palette. And I'm just gonna apply that on the high points of my cheekbones, a little bit on the nose, and a little bit on the brow bone as well. This glow is not chunky at all. It's just very pearly. You can't see any like glitter chunks, which is my pet peeve. This is perfect. What do you guys think of my take on this effortless glam look? I think this looks so good in pictures, but also just for every day. It's not too much. It's just a really like flattering look, in my opinion, on almost anyone. If you liked this tutorial, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I'll do more videos like this. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot and it only just takes a couple of seconds. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.